Hello and welcome to, or welcome back to, the Nasdaq Scalping Board channel. In this channel, I show you guys my progress in a Python program that I wrote for the Nasdaq Scalping. And it's meant to be an automated process, and it's backed by ChatGPT, and it's my first Python program, so I just want to know how successful will this be, and can we make some passive income by using this bot. And in the daily update like this one, I tell you guys what I changed on the code, how there is something with the bot, and if there's something with the bot, and how the bot functions on the market and the market in general, and how we are doing. So if you want to know how we did today, and not only today but this week, keep on watching. And in the first part of the daily report, I always show you guys what I changed in the code for today to make the bot hopefully work better, make better profits, or less losses. Maybe it's more the latter than the first, but we're trying to make some profit, and that's why we do some changes in the code. And for today, let's take a look at the code. If we look at the code, then you will see, you won't see because you don't know the code like I do, but I changed in the code not much. To be precise, I changed back that what we already had, and I will have to go up, like contract strategy, check MACD, calculate MACD values, yeah, and calculate EMA. For the ones who looked at the video yesterday, they noticed that I had yesterday 3 extra functions from my previous version brought in this version of the bot, and I deleted them this morning. This morning I deleted them again from the code, because for the same reason we saw in the video of yesterday, the trader went with an update during the night, during the night, which would say that in the morning the code and the grabbing of the MACD values weren't working, and there wasn't doing anything at all until I reset the bot. I did not reset the bot to get the new coordinates for the market or for the MACD values. I resetted the bot and deleted the old code and brought it back in the state as it was before. Which means that today the bot has worked in the version as it was for 4 days ago, start of this week, without the special intro to the MACD values from the trader. And I told you guys yesterday that I'm gonna be tomorrow, when there was a weekend, I'm gonna take a look at it and how we did, and if I can change and what I should change on the strategy to get better results with the values we have, with the MACD we have, because the MACD, whack-a-molo, the MACD, that's the one that we're working with, and the MACD we are calculating from the closing prices weren't the same as the one from the trader. And that's what my first bot was functioning on and making profit on that combination. But in this version with the API, I cannot get the MACD values from the API, so I have to calculate them myself. And yet those calculations are not the same. And that doesn't work for the strategy we have. So for tomorrow, I'm going to talk again with ChatGPT, and we're going to discuss how we can do this better. And then next week, with new code, maybe new code, but with a new kind of strategy, I want to see how we're doing with the new strategy. And that's also new for me. So I don't know if the bot then will be as profitable as that I had in the first version. So it could be that version 2.0 won't function as good as version 1.0. But we will see, we will get it, and then we can start fine-tuning it again and again. And hopefully at the end of next week, we have fine-tuned it enough that we hopefully, it's always hopefully make a profit or a better profit than that we did with version 1.0. And if you look at the screen, you'll also see that I went all the way down here. You see a lot of numbers, and those numbers are printouts from the candle change percentage. And this is, I believe, 10 digits. 1, 2, well, I believe so, 12 digits. 12 digits or so behind the comma, as in percentage. And I printed those the entire day from the moment I restarted the bot. I printed those, and I wanted to see what the effect was on the changes in percentage and how the candles behave, and on what point it would be a good point to start a buy or a sell. So I watched this, I monitored almost the entire day. I wasn't at home the entire day, but as long as I was at home, I could see and I follow it. And I think, yeah, maybe the percentage change can be a replacement in the strategy for the candles, as in for now we have a candle, 3 candles in a row going up, going down, but going up and going down with a difference of 2. So there's at least 2 points difference between the first and the second candle, and a 2 points difference between the second and the third candle. And maybe I'm going to replace it with this, or maybe I'm going to add this in the strategy, as in there should be at least a percentage difference of, I don't know, 0. These are all percentage. So when we look at this one, for example, this is 1% at this point. 0.01 is 1%. And then 1%, 1, 4, 7, 8, and then a lot of other numbers. So to prevent, and that's what we started with earlier this week and also last week, with preventing that the bot opens positions when the market is slow, when there's nothing to do on the market, then he shouldn't open a position. And that's what we started with all of this, making sure that there is a certain amount of activity on the market before the bot opens a position as a buy or sell. So I monitored this the entire day, and I copied also into a spreadsheet. So I have the numbers when I closed the bot today, because when I closed, the numbers are gone. So I have those numbers, and then we will see how we do. These are the changes in the code. Actually, there were no changes, as in I went back to the previous state of the code and deleted the coding I added and deleted the functions I added yesterday. Well, let's take a look at the bot. Well, the bot did function well. There were no problems with the bot, there were no errors. It worked perfectly as it should be, as we have it done for the last couple of weeks. So it's a part of the daily report, but it works. There are no problems as in errors or something else that didn't work. So this is good. And then we can go straight away to the performance and how the bot did in the market position. And if I look at the market, at how the bot did, we see that we have a loss of €3.32. And that is unfortunately because the bot did quite well today with the market, and only at the end he made something that didn't work. And of course, we had some problems in the start of the day. But you see, I started the bot at 12 past 12, and since then it had a profit and a loss of €3.32, and that's rather good. But what's less is that the contract size is now back to 0.1, and that is because we are again 100 lower than yesterday, than the start of the week, I believe. So it's only going slower and slower. After the weekend, you guys will see that I will adjust the balance and start again with 1,000 to see how we're doing with 1,000 and the new coding with the new strategy, and then see if we can go up to another amount. I don't know. New targets, maybe 1,500, maybe 2,000. I don't know. But the target of reaching 1,000 is not fair if I can create 1,000. But that's for after the weekend. So we had €3.32 losses. And well, let's take a look at the market. If we take a look at the market for today, we see we had a slow start, and the bot didn't that much during that morning because there were eventually changes in the screen of the trader, and that's why the coordinates changed, etc., etc. So we did something in the morning, and then later on in the day we see we had another rise up to a new all-time high. So I'm gonna change and move this one again. We keep on changing the all-time high again and again. So to a new all-time high, and went down with some pluses in between, and then we had some volatility going up, down, down, going up, and then we going up, and we went some down. So this was a very active market day. So the bot did rather well. So let's take a look at the report. And if we see the report, you see a lot of blue. And let's take a look at this morning and the night. Well, the night ended. Yeah, the night ended. Did you don't see this, but let's take a look at how we had. Look at this gap. This is the end of the Thursday market, and wham, right up there we started with the Friday market, as in, oh boy, what a gap. And the gap is closed, I believe. I'm not sure that, oh, all the way. Is the gap closed? Yeah, the gap is closed. Yeah, the gap is closed. The gap is closed during the day, but this was quite a shock that there was during the market closes so many sells going on that the Nasdaq went up almost, what? 600, yeah, almost 100 points. Yeah, almost 100 points in 1 hour while the market was closed. So that was one. And the bot reacted to it, and sadly it went up, and then when he made his first losses. He couldn't help it, but those were the first losses. Then he recuperated, and we had some small profits, again small losses, profit, and then again small losses and profits, and so it went up and down with small losses and small profits. Then I killed the bot around 11, yes, and then started it again at 12 with the new values, with the old code, and then we had a small loss right here and two bigger profits right there, and then it went up and down, but with the old code restored, we see that we had a nice coming back with positives like €3, €2, €1, €2, so a lot of positives and also some negatives. So like I said, it's not always having fun with the positives. It is the meaning to compensate for the positives with the to compensate the losses with the profits, so eventually you make a profit. And if we look at that point when I restarted the bot, and we were at that point where we were at 11 was the old one, 336 when we started, and now we ending at 333. So that's exactly those €3.32 from the bot that we're missing, and we did good. You see, these were all nice profits except for this one, €5.05 losses. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't help when you have something like, what was this one? Let's pick it up. We go slowly down, making profit, and then wham, going up again, like we had yesterday. The bot can't handle that. If it goes suddenly the other way, it will make a loss. But it's to be expected, and it should be. And you see, the times that it went down, we also had some profits. So it's nice. So the old code functions. It just not functions good enough. I need a strategy. Yeah, we will take a look at it in the weekend, and we see we have profits and we have losses, but eventually it should be better. Yeah, let's take a look at what we're going to do this weekend, and I will report back to you guys in the next video on Monday. That means for you guys on Tuesday. How did we do this week? Well, you guessed it already. I don't think we did well this week. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away. Yeah, 10 of December. We have to go back to what? 9 of December? Whoa, we had a lot of 9 of December. We had a lot of trades, and good ones. €7, €2, 10 euros, one and all. That was a good one. We had a good day there. Then in 9 of December, yeah, 9 of whoa, not suddenly. Then he switches to 4, 5, 6, and then the 9th of December. So we started the 9th of December with 394, and we ended today with 333. So we made a loss of €60 in total, and that was of yesterday. We saw it yesterday. That was a very big loss we had with all those volatility in the market. What happened in the market? Well, I didn't monitor it today as much as I did yesterday. I believe that Tesla went up. Yeah, Tesla went up again after some volatility yesterday. It went up, and I believe that what was Nvidia? Yeah, Nvidia went down today. Google went sideways, but a lot of volatility. Oh yeah, look at this one. At 10 this morning, what a candle is going on here. All the way down and up. And on this side, all the way up and down. And there, 1, 2, these wicks all the way up. The highest point was 192 and the closing was 190. And I saw lots of them also yesterday. But Microsoft, like again, one large candle, also at 10. Yeah, opening off the market extended hours. What is going on? And this one right here at 10 o'clock, one long candle. So there is one long wick, I have to say, John Wick. I have to say it's a long wick. So there is a lot of volatility still in the market. It's not clear that we're going up or that we're going down. And the US tech, Nasdaq, shows this, that there is a trend going out, but also there's a trend going back up to what used to be the all-time high, but now the all-time high changed even further. So that was it for today, and it was it for this week. And I have some coding to do in this weekend. It won't be that much coding, but some coding, and it means that we're going to test again next week. I can't help it, but we need to test. We need to be sure that the code works as we want it to be, and that we can make profits, and that we have confidence in the bot that it actually can make profit under any circumstances, even volatility in the market and a slow market, etc. So, and we've seen it all the last week. So it's a good testing week. But we're gonna do it tomorrow. We're gonna change, and then I'm gonna bring back the balance to 1,000, and then we're gonna see next week how the bot does his work then. For now, if you like this video, if you like what you see, and if you like what you hear, then press like. If you want to see more of it, feel it, then subscribe. It's nice to have some subscribers. A lot of you are looking, but don't subscribe. And leave a comment if you want to. It's always good to have some comments and feedback from you guys, as in, what do you think about the bot? Do you think it's a good project? Do you think it's a useless project? Keep on dreaming, guy. You're never going to make it. Or whatever. Give it a comment. Let me know what you think and how you feel about this project. And if you want to talk to me about the bot, you can find me on Twitch, and you can find me on the Discord channel, and you can ask your questions there, and we can talk about the bot, talk about the code, talk about the market, anything you like. Just ask your questions, and I will leave a link to both of them in the description, as always. And if you want to spend some money on me, there is a Patreon. There is a Patreon link in the description too, and I created a Patreon account, but I don't expect anyone to actually use this Patreon account, but it is there. And if you want to, feel free to. I will shout out your name. Oh, shout out your name in the channel, and we'll give you some time that you are a Patreon from my channel. And then this was all it for this week. that leaves me only one thing to say. Have a little fun every day. See you guys next week and have a nice weekend.